Welcome, everyone. My name is Marc St-Onge. I am the CEO and founder of a company called Ben Beauty. By now, you've probably heard the term ingestible beauty, or maybe skincare supplements. Well, this is more than just an emerging trend. This is actually one of the most transformative things reshaping the professional beauty industry. And of course, today I'm here to talk to you about what Ben Beauty is doing to help you take full advantage of this amazing opportunity. And I also want to thank EuroBeauty, who has sponsored this short presentation. Make sure that you follow up with them immediately after the talk. At Ben Beauty, we're transforming skincare from the inside out. And this approach really starts with a philosophical belief. When you nourish all the connections, something beautiful happens. And the industry has arrived at this really interesting point where we have a convergence between skincare and healthcare. Ingestible beauty is forecasted to be a major growth driver in the beauty industry. And so, of course, our role as Ben is to help the industry stay ahead of the curve. And of course, with anything new, it's going to be met with certain challenges. And so to establish ingestibles within this industry, a major gap has to be addressed: education and research. And of course, education and training is the cornerstone of the professional beauty industry. And research is essential so that we can have evidence-based products, evidence-based claims on that research foundation to build trust with you, the beauty professional, as well as build trust with the clients that you're going to be recommending these products to. And there's been such a great evolution of nutrition in the context of beauty. In the past, we've had mostly, basic supplements focused or built around very general nutritional guidelines. But today it's so much different. We have so many new scientific tools. And so we have this leading edge science that's allowing us to create these new applications to improve the efficacy of the products, as well as to introduce novel and targeted skin claims, including skin rejuvenation, skin longevity, UV protection from the inside out, roughness and redness, as well as conditions such as eczema. And so if we think about the science of aging, which is a fairly emergent field, one of the fundamental aspects that we now understand is that aging is not a static process, that your biological age, which is your true age, can diverge significantly from chronological age. And the growth, the repair, the overall aging of every cell in your body is highly influenced by what we call the internal environment of the body. And if you change this internal environment, whether it's through supplements, through diet or lifestyle, you can actually change the course of how you're aging. You can alter your biological age. So let's take a look at a third-party study for a second. Now, this is a study that was focused on collagen production. And so the question is, can old cells, especially old skin cells, can they actually become younger? And so in this study, they had two groups. Group one, the average age was around 80 years. And the second group, the average age was around 20 years of age. And so based on previous research, and it was validated in the first part of the study, there's a huge decline in collagen production from the age of 20 to 80. And so that decline is around 68%. So what they did is they did biopsies and actually isolated the collagen producing cells from the volunteers of both groups. So the dermal fibroblasts, the collagen producing cells, and they incubated these in the exact same medium. So basically think of Petri plates or growth media where it's identical, the young group and the old group. So by changing the environment of the cells, so taking it out of the young body and out of the old body, something really, really interesting happened. That the difference between the young and the old cells was reduced by only 37%. 68% before, afterwards, 37%. So what happened is the change in the cellular environment resulted in a significant restoration of collagen production in the older cells. So at Ben Beauty, we like to talk about this term called the skin climate. And what the skin climate is, it's the internal environment of the body, which governs the breakdown, repair, and overall health and longevity of the skin. It's primarily the result of age-related increases in chronic inflammation and free radical stress. But this is amplified by a host of other factors, including diet, stress, lifestyle, pollution, as well as UV exposure. In fact, in the medical literature today, they've actually coined a new phrase called inflammaging, which is really the combination of the words inflammation and aging, because of the strong correlations now that we see more inflammation, more aging process. So at Ben Beauty, we like to say we are bending beauty. And so for the last decade or so, we've been really pioneering in this whole space of skincare from the inside out. And this has always been really a research focus, because our goal was really to deliver products that are evidence-based, that have evidence-based claims. And so to do that, we've carried out both clinical as well as preclinical research. As well, our team is also investing heavily into product development, product quality, and also, very importantly, stability testing. And what we like to think about in terms of the future of this industry is that it's not about topicals versus ingestibles. What we do know is that they work so complementary together. They help each other work to deliver the best care. So moving the industry from skincare into best care. Our product line today is primarily focused on two product lines: Renew and Protect, as well as Marine Collagen Plus cofactors. The Renew and Protect we consider to be our foundational product. Just like your daily moisturizer, you do not want to leave your house without taking your daily dose of Renew and Protect. We're going to explain why. We also have Marine Collagen Plus cofactors. That is a product that works as an extension of the Renew and Protect and really focuses more on an additional boost to the body's ability to produce collagen. So let's start with the Renew and Protect formula. This product, as mentioned, is the foundation for skin health and longevity. This product was also the first one we introduced into the marketplace and is based on the majority of the research that we've carried out over the last 10 years, including UV-related research. In fact, we really pioneered this whole space that you can actually produce a UV protective effect from the inside out. So all the claims associated with this product have been approved by Health Canada. So they've met that standard for evidence to ensure that the product is going to perform based on the claims. And those claims are, first of all, it's going to defend, helps increase skin resistance to UV-induced sunburn. It hydrates. It helps improve skin hydration. It helps to firm. It helps improve skin elasticity and firmness. It smooths the skin. It helps improve roughness and redness from skin inflammation. And it also protects us. It's providing very essential antioxidants that support overall skin health. So why would a company like Ben Beauty spend all this time and effort to pioneer a new field of research of sunscreen from the inside out? Well, one of the topics that's creating a lot of attention these days in the skincare industry is topical sunscreens. It's now known that certain ingredients that are very common in topical sunscreens may cause toxicity to our bodies, may also cause toxicity to the environment. In addition to that, when we actually apply sunscreens to our body, sometimes we forget to reapply. And these really need to be reapplied every 90 to maybe 120 minutes. And this is really not something that people have a high level of compliance towards doing. Of course, if you have SPF in your moisturizer, you tend to just apply that once a day. So maybe you have this false sense of security that you have this level of UV protection through topical sunscreens that's always protecting you. And this may be a false sense of security. So this is why Ben Beauty has really kind of pioneered this space. And of course, to really prove that our product, our formulation can deliver results that you can trust and that are significant results, we carried out a clinical trial. And so in this human clinical trial, what we did is we actually had a group of volunteers where they came into a clinical research lab, and they applied very specific doses of UV radiation. So the ability to simulate the sun's rays, both UVA and UVB, to try to create a very minor burn on the skin. And so the first step, what we call the baseline, the first time point of the study, they had to apply the radiation and measure how much radiation, UV radiation, was required to create this minimal burn. Then the subjects start to take the Renew and Protect formula, and then they take it daily. The subjects come back at 4 weeks, and then at 8 weeks, which is the end of the trial, and the same procedure is performed. Specific doses, different doses of UV radiation applied to the skin. And what they're measuring now is how much more radiation, or if any, is required to create that burn. And so this is a way to measure the skin's resilience, the innate protection against the damaging aspects of UV radiation. And so we are very excited to see that even after just 4 weeks, the skin had a 39% improvement in its ability to protect against the UV related effects, the burn and the damage. Well, then at the end of the trial, 8 weeks, that benefit was already increased all the way to 84%. So this is really groundbreaking results, and shows, even within taking one bottle of our product, so within 1 month, you're getting a significant result. That result, of course, is going to continue to increase as the ingredients in the formula increase their saturation in the skin, and then therefore increase their effect. So we saw even almost twice the effect by the end of the 8-week or the 2-month period. So when you think of clinical trials, well, perhaps there's side effects. Well, in this case, what did the participants perceive? Well, they perceived also healthier looking, thicker and softer hair. So it's starting to sound more like a side benefit. They saw less acne. They had brighter skin. They felt that they generally had more energy and as well softer stools. However, a few participants, as you would expect in any clinical trial, reported side effects, including mild gastrointestinal upset. Well, that's a human clinical trial. So we also wanted to kind of dig deeper and look inside the cells themselves and perform what we call preclinical research. And so with this particular study, which took about 2 years to complete with the Renew and Protect formula, the research question was, what impact does UV exposure have on the inflammatory response, free radical generation, as well as overall skin cell viability when these skin cells are treated with Renew and Protect? So this, after two years to complete the research, we had this published in the Journal of Natural Products Research. And so there was a lot of different really exciting findings from the study, but two of the main ones were, of course, a validation that Renew and Protect protects human skin cells against both UVA and UVB induced damage. The Renew and Protect formula also significantly increased cellular antioxidant activity, to reduce those levels of free radical stress, as well as it decreased those inflammatory pathways that can lead to that accelerated aging and damage. Well, within that study, we also took some photographs of the cells themselves. So these are what we call dermal fibroblasts. These are the collagen-producing cells of the body. And so what we can see on the left, when no UV treatment at all, so the cells are just happy growing, in their petri dishes. This is basically what they look like. These cells have been stained green so that we can see them under a microscope. But the row on the top have no Renew and Protect added. They were not fed the active ingredients. The row on the bottom were treated with Renew and Protect for approximately 14 days. So it's really interesting. When we move to the middle column, we see a dramatic difference, which once again, on the right column is further accentuated. And so to interpret this very, contrasted kind of visuals, on the top where the cells were not treated with Renew and Protect and were subjected to UVA radiation, we saw massive cell death. What you're seeing on the screen is really cell debris. And whenever you see the red dots, what that means, it's a very special stain that can only show up under the microscope when the cell's DNA has been exposed, right? And so cells, really all cells of the body, work so hard to protect the DNA, because if the DNA becomes compromised, that's where it can lead to genetic damage that could be defined as mutations, that could even lead into things like precancerous conditions. So it's very important for our cells to be able to protect the DNA. Of course, without the Renew and Protect formula in these particular skin cells, the UVA radiation just really destroyed the cells and caused a lot of leakage and damage to the genetic material. On the right, where we see the UVB, which is actually even a stronger wavelength, we see a very similar result. Under UVB, we see a little bit of morphology, changes to the Renew and Protect dermal fibroblasts, but overall, they're still looking fairly healthy. And most importantly, you don't see any red staining. So once again, the Renew and Protect treated cells were able to really, protect against cell death, as well as, most importantly, protect against DNA damage. Of course, in the unprotected cells, we see a lot of cell debris. We see a lot of exposed DNA. So most recently, we conducted a second preclinical study on the Renew and Protect formula. This one, of course, was really around skin longevity and using a whole new field of aging biomarkers, which helped us to understand, will Renew and Protect actually slow down an aging process? And so this longevity study was really all around this important biomarker of the health and longevity of cells called telomeres. And maybe you've heard of them, maybe you haven't, but basically telomeres are the protective caps on the end of each chromosome. Our chromosome is really how the cell really packages in a very organized way all the genetic material. So you can see in the little image here, the little red tips on the chromosome, these are the telomeres. Well, what we also know is that the telomeres shorten with age, and they also shorten with increased oxidative stress. So the modern lifestyle, of course, we have the body, including the skin cells, are subjected always to oxidative stress. Well, what is that doing? That's accelerating the shortening of our telomeres and therefore reducing the longevity of those cells. So once again, shortening causes a reduction in longevity or lifespan. So what was the purpose of the trial? Well, it was to evaluate the potential effects of the Renew and Protect formula on telomere shortening in human skin fibroblasts, the collagen-producing cells. So what did we find for results in this study? Well, if you can draw your attention to the simple little bar graph on the slide, you can see two colors. You can see bars that are blue and bars that are orange. The blue is what we call the control group, or the cells, the skin cells that were not treated with Renew and Protect. And of course, the orange cells are the ones that were treated with the Renew and Protect formula. And what we want to see is actually as low a bar as possible, because once again, this is measuring the telomere shortening rate, right? So if we can actually reduce the shortening rate so that the telomeres are not shortening quite as fast, that's a very positive result. And so what really can we conclude from this? As well, the treated cells significantly slowed the telomere shortening rate. Wonderful. That's exactly what we were hoping to see. And so this means this is kind of a biomarker of aging. So renew and protect promotes skin longevity. So now let's shift gears and let's talk about collagen. This is the second product that we actually introduced into the marketplace, and we call it marine collagen plus cofactors. So once again, all of the claims are approved by Health Canada. So you can trust that it's going to deliver the effects that, according to the claims. And so what claims are associated with this product? Well, we have the first one is build. It actually helps increase collagen formation. So as we knew from the beginning of this talk, is that over time, between, let's say, the age of 20 to the age of 80, we have a significant, almost a 70% decrease in collagen production, right? So those older cells are struggling to be able to produce enough collagen. And of course, we see that in terms of the visible signs of aging. It's one of the hallmarks of aging. So taking this particular formulation is helping to restore that function. Well, the second one, we call it the support claim. And basically what it's saying is it helps to maintain not just healthy skin, but also healthy hair and healthy nails. The third claim is around protection. And once again, it's providing a really great source of antioxidants that help protect against free radical damage. And the last one, which is so important for the professional beauty industry, is it actually helps in wound healing. Why is that so important? Well, a lot of the treatments and services that are used by the industry effectively are creating micro wounds to the skin. It's basically trying to stimulate a healing process in the skin. And so what happens is that you can take a product, either the Renew and Protect or the marine collagen plus cofactors, to really help support the acceleration of that healing response. It's amplifying the healing response. So this is one of the ways that, once again, that these products work so synergistically to the existing products, treatments, or services. So what's really in the marine collagen plus cofactor product? Well, kind of like the name says, it contains marine collagen. So these collagen peptides that we can ingest are getting absorbed into the body, and they're actually going and stimulating those collagen producing cells, the dermal fibroblasts. So it's actually amplifying the existing production of the collagen peptides. And so our particular source is derived from fish skin in particular. And so while most of the industry is really focused on collagen peptides from bovine source, so from cows, cow hide, we've actually taken a different approach. First of all, we're always trying to be the most sustainable, the most responsible company when it comes to the impact that these ingredients in our products have on the planet. So we do know that the carbon footprint for the source of fish that we're using, which is North Atlantic cod, is very, very small relative to the carbon footprint of cows or cattle, right? Which is one of the largest, emitting and generation of greenhouse gases from our food production industry. So the second ingredient is vitamin C, but this is not really a normal vitamin C. Most vitamin C that we get in products is really synthetic. It's derived from converting corn sugar. We chose a whole food vitamin C for this particular product. Why? Well, it's much better utilized by the body. It also is a tremendous source of polyphenols, an important class of phytochemicals, natural compounds from plants that do beneficial things in the body, like, once again, protect our body against kind of the harms of inflammation and oxidative stress. And so the role that vitamin C plays in a process like collagen production is really, it helps to initiate the process. It also helps with the cross-linking of the collagen. So collagen are these really long strands of protein put together. They're bundled together in a helix. And what we need to produce healthy collagen, we need this cross-linking factor. This makes the collagen strand really strong and resilient. So not only are we starting to stimulate more collagen production, we're also supporting that process by these cofactors that help to make that collagen healthy, strong, and resilient to protect against future damage. And so from that support side of collagen production, we also need this essential mineral called silicon. Like vitamin C, it's one of the essential cofactors in collagen production. It's involved in the initiation of the collagen process, as well as, once again, the cross-linking, that very important process for making strong, healthy collagen. And once again, because we're looking to provide whole food sources and also organic sources of these essential nutrients, we have derived our silicon from organically grown bamboo. And so there you have it, our two primary product lines that we offer today to the industry. Each one is complementary. The Renew and Protect formula is really, it's where you start. It's going to give you that great foundation to promote skin health and longevity, right? Because it's working to optimize your skin climate, so reducing age-related chronic inflammation and free radical stress. It's changing the environment, so it's unlocking that youthful potential in your body. Secondly, we can actually then take a more targeted approach and extend the benefit for collagen production by taking a product like marine collagen plus cofactors. So Renew and Protect also impacts collagen production, and that's why we're approved for a claim that is increasing elasticity and firmness, right? It's that longevity claim. But we can actually get even a better benefit if we combine the two, adding in the marine collagen plus cofactors to really stimulate those collagen producing cells to actually produce more collagen. So there you have it. It was quite a pleasure to provide this talk to you. I'm sure you have lots of questions, and I want to reassure you that our friends at EuroBeauty are here to help you every step along the way. They have a lot of additional information that you may find very useful in your decision-making process. And of course, once you decide to introduce these products into your professional practice, they're here to help you, not just with product training, but also to make sure that you feel confident about how to recommend these products to your clients. How do they really fit in the grand scheme of providing, topical treatments and various services as this whole kind of holistic topical plus ingestible, moving into this concept we call best care. So once again, thank you everyone, and we hope to hear from you really soon.